Guys, I just got a phone call. I have to go out and rescue possibly up to 20 betta fish. 20 betta fish. I am not sure of their health. I'm not sure of their status. I have no idea what condition these betta fish are going to be in. So we're gonna go get them. We're gonna bring them home, set them up in some small little tubs and get them back to health. I just don't understand why certain parts of the industry see the betta fish as a disposable fish. Honestly, they just order so many. There's not enough demand for them. So with that, fish end up suffering, and we don't want that to happen, and that's what's happening here. Once again, I have no idea what the current status of these fish are, but we're gonna get out and get them, and we're gonna try to save their lives. So with that, let's get out of here. All right, guys, I'm back at the house. I actually talked to the guy, and he told me that there are about 17 betta fish in a bag, but it appears that 5 of them are dead. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up tubs for these guys before we go get them, just so everything is ready when we get home, we can immediately go. He's actually driving this way now. He's gonna meet me. We're gonna go pick these things up. Let's go ahead and set these things up real quick. And setting up these tubs because, in case you don't know, I live in Texas, and well, in Texas we have hot water and we have not so hot water. The cold water coming out of the tap right now is about 99 degrees. It's crazy. In fact, it may even be hotter than that. We may need to measure that, but it is hot. All right, so we have our tub set up. We have some water. We need to go ahead and dechlorinate this, so let's get that done now. We're gonna use some of our favorite product, which is ABI Stressco Plus, and we're gonna go ahead and dechlorinate this. This is gonna be great because it actually has some aloe vera in it. So it's proven to help reduce fish stress, as well as it replaces the slime coat, because once again, we have no idea what condition these fish are in. We're also gonna go ahead and add a little bit of API Stress Zyme Plus, which this actually can, which is freshwaterscrub.com. We're gonna go ahead and add some little pieces of moss to each one of these. This will give them live plants that they will be able to sleep with, because they like to kind of sleep up against plants and soft structures. It's soft, not gonna cause any problems for them. And then we'll actually add some additional plants as well. Come back and spread this out just a little bit. So these plants actually hold beneficial bacteria as well, just like filter media would. I'm gonna add just a little bit of duckweed to each one of these containers.
All right, now that we have the duckweed and the moss in here, we're gonna add some leaf litter just for the tannins and just overall comfort of these fish. And we'll do that later on once we get the fish. But for right now, we're gonna go ahead and head out and pick these fish up. So let's do that.
All right, guys, well, we are here to meet this person to get these fish. So he really didn't want me to film. He's afraid that he might get in trouble because apparently dumpster diving is a thing. He found these fish in the dumpster behind a big box store, and I am absolutely disgusted that they would have the nerve to throw these things away. This is what he handed me. This right here. Do you see these spots in here? These are baby fish. These are actual betta fish inside of this bag, inside of little tiny baggies. I know they ship them like this. I just did not realize that pet stores, we won't say the names of them, receive their fish in bags like this before they put them on the shelves. Absolutely disgusting, guys. So I'm not gonna talk anymore. It's a long drive home. We got about 30-minute drive home. So let's get back and get these guys acclimated and into something better than for a discount on your tickets. I look forward to meeting everybody there. So we are back at the house with our fish, and I am just still absolutely disgusted at the fact that this is what it is. First off, who in their right mind would dump the fish in the trash? And secondly, I expect more out of you pet stores. And if you are doing this, let's stop this activity, please. Let's go ahead and get these guys out and see what we got. So we're just gonna start dropping these guys in to acclimate, just to float acclimate, and that is just to get the temperature right. So I showed you all the live ones. I'm not gonna show you the dead ones, but there were 5 total that were dead. So 17 total fish. 12 of them seem to be fully alive. I don't know how healthy they are yet, but 5 of them were dead. And I went ahead and took those from him just simply because I'm gonna bury them in my yard. I don't feel like, you know, it's very respectful. Even, you know, regardless of how you feel about animals, I don't think it's very respectful to just throw them in the dumpster, dead or alive. Let's go ahead and acclimate these guys and get these into their new home and talk about what we're gonna do with them.
So now what I'm doing is just open up each individual baggie, allowing some water to flow in to slowly acclimate them to the parameters. At the same time, I'm also gonna go ahead and add some leaf litter to each one of these bins just to give it a little bit of tannins, which will help calm the fish down.
All right, guys, well, these have all been acclimated, and I've acclimated them based on temperature as well as parameters. Now, they're in all these little bags, which had some of the blue water, which is a medicated water. I just acclimated them straight in the bag. I will add that water to these tubs, and then I'll do water changes over the next couple of days just to make sure that we keep the water nice and clean. But overall, these 12 look like they're doing pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead and get these guys in here and, well, see how they do. This little guy right here has a piece of duckweed in his mouth that just goes to show that he is extremely hungry. He's probably not eaten in close to 2 weeks, just simply because these fish normally get shipped intercontinentally, meaning that they come from overseas, and well, it takes a good week before they actually make it here, and then they have to be unbagged and fed. So the fact that he is trying to eat the duckweed tells me that he has probably not been fed in a long time. Well, guys, we got all 12 betta fish set up in their little tubs. They have plants, they have some leaves, and hopefully they do much better in here than they have in the other. If you look right there, I have the GoPro in one of the containers, and that fish is already kind of cuddled up next to it, just sitting there. It's probably stressed out to no end. So we're gonna let these guys kind of settle down a little bit. We'll come back in just a minute and we can see if they will eat some food, because I'm sure they're starving. But one of the things that we do not want to do is overfeed them. We'll give them 1 to 2 pellets each, because if we do give them a lot of food and they're starving, they will actually consume it really fast, and it can actually cause problems with their swim bladders, and we don't want that to happen. Constipation and things like that is a true concern with these guys, as they probably, like I said, have not eaten in weeks. So let's go ahead and let these guys settle down. We'll come back in about an hour. We'll take a look at them again. So I'll see you then. All right, guys, well, it's been about an hour and these guys seem to have calmed down. They don't have the gill flare very much anymore. So we're gonna go ahead and try to feed them. And what we're gonna feed them is some of our favorite, which is API betta pellet. What happens? And here's our first fish here, and look at that, right to it. So next time we'll make sure we drop it right in front of their face. Well, he's not eating. That one got it. That's good. Let's get some over here. Good. So they are in fact eating, which is good. Oh, he ate his over here too. So let's see. And there he goes looking for his. All right, good. So he's gonna eat as well. This guy seems a little stressed. I'm not sure if he'll eat or not, but we're gonna put it in there for him and just see. This guy over here, he went for it and he's eating, which is good. Come check this guy out here. This one's not eating very well. Try this guy. He went for it. So overall, about half ate immediately, half of them let it go. So we're gonna stop stressing these guys out. We're gonna turn the lights off, give them some cool down period, a little more time, and just come back and check on them later and see what's going on with them. All right, guys, well, we come back to check on these fish, and well, so far, Everybody's looking good. Everybody's still alive. This guy right here is super, super thin. So yeah, everything is looking good. All of them are still alive and doing well. So I would call this a successful rescue. I am super happy that I got the phone call to come pick these guys up, and I'm looking forward to watching these guys grow. So make sure that if you have not subscribed or turned on your notification bell, you do that so you can follow along with the journey of these 12 betta fish that have been rescued from a dumpster. And like I said, I'm going to rehabilitate these guys, get them back to perfect health, get them back to eating, get them some weight on them, maybe get these fins looking really, really beautiful. And then I'll talk about starting to adopt these guys out locally. So if you live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and you would be interested in one, make sure you follow me on Instagram and send me a DM to let me know. And as soon as they are ready, I will get back in touch with you and let you know. So with that, guys, hopefully you went on to enjoy this video and you are enjoying the content. If you have not subscribed, make sure you do that now, as well as follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Links to both are down below. Also, are you going to AnimalCon at the end of the month in Orlando? Well, I'm going to be there as a creator. And if you need ticket, make sure you click the link down below and use the code Christopher for a discount on your ticket. With that, guys, I really, truly am grateful. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. I am so, so grateful to each and every one of you. I love you guys, and we'll see you next time.